Right.
So I think those are probably some of the biggest objections that people give for farming. What would you guys say, and then we can kind of talk about the details, but what would you guys say are the best parts about farming?
Well, I think the biggest one is what I mentioned is the type of transaction typically. When you're buying a lead and you've now talked to them 10 times and they're ready to do something, there's still a level of I guess, distrust, right? And I just feel like the types of relationships that we have with our clients is so much better.
Yeah.
Those conversations are easier and better. And I think even after the transaction, so many of them are not just clients, they're friends now.
Yeah.
And they're repeat clients and they
Right.
come back time and time again.
Yeah.
So to me, that's the biggest difference.
I agree. And I would add that we get to stay in relationship with them because we see them at the events that we do,
Yes.
whether they're community events, team events, all of that. We are never the kind of agents that just do a deal with you and then move on
It's just
and
not
you
a
never hear from
transaction.
us again,
I
right?
mean, our goal
Yeah.
is to become their realtor for
Yeah.
life if we can.
Yeah.
If they're willing to do it and they want it. Right?
Yeah, and I think our formula, our system allows for us to stay in relationship. What would you say?
Well, on that real quick,
Yeah.
I remember asking one of our brokers one time, what is the biggest mistake that you think all realtors make in general? And he said, hands down, the number one thing is they don't stay in relationship and
Yeah.
they don't stay in touch with their previous clients. And that's the beauty of the events that we can, like almost every month, we have an opportunity to be in front of our folks and invite them personally to something. And that's huge.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. All right, Monday, what's your favorite part?
My favorite is connections. I think that was my calling
Yeah.
is to be a connector of
I
people.
love it.
And with that connection brings the business, so that's just an
Yeah.
extra bonus. But I love that I can connect people and see all the joy that they
Yes.
have with meeting the neighbors and feeling connected
Yes.
with a big picture.
Yeah.
Instead of just, just
And,
in their
and
home.
not just neighbors, sometimes it's you're connecting them to something that's unrelated to real estate. You know, like it could be, hey, can you help me find somebody that can help me buy this car?
Right.
Super cool.
I get people, where's a good place, a good mechanic?
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with cars,
Yeah.
but because they know that I'm connected and know a lot of people, they reach out, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
I'm happy to reach out and make those recommendations. I would say I totally echo what you guys said. I think one of my favorite parts is that I get to make friends with so many of my neighbors. We just got finished doing 3 back-to-back trunk or treats in the community with a power ranch, but then also with the elementary schools, and seeing some of these people multiple times. And one of the families I was chatting with, like I've never helped them buy or sell real estate, but I've just seen them over the years and their kids are getting bigger. They're teenagers now. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like it's so awesome to get to see that, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like we get to be friends. I've met people in the neighborhoods that are truly dear friends. And I just think that is so awesome. Like it's just such a great way. Again, that's like, I don't want to say I'm lead generating, but that's my form of lead generating, right? It's just by being out and meeting people, being helpful, providing a service, providing value. And it's so much better than, to me, just hounding the phones or paying for Zillow leads, right?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about buying leads is if you stop buying leads, the leads stop coming.
For sure.
And when you geographic farm, if you've built the relationships,
Yes.
that doesn't stop.
Yes.
Even when the market is challenging,
Yes.
they still come.
Yeah, which that's another great point is when you are, so people, when they're thinking about buying or selling, they're going to go with one of 3 agents. They're going to go with someone that was referred to them. They're going to go with a friend or a family member, or they're going to go with the neighborhood expert. And I always say that the way that we farm gives us the opportunity to be all 3.
Yes.
We get to know you and be in relationship with you. We get to be referred because that's happened many times where someone that we've never even worked with has referred us to somebody that wants to move into the neighborhood. And then that repeat referral is awesome. And we're truly neighborhood experts. We really dive deep into our neighborhoods so that we know everything about them, so that we're super helpful when it comes to sharing information, because that's another kind of what you said earlier, Monday. You know, you can buy a home anywhere, right? Like you can buy a beautiful home anywhere, but what makes it so much better is where you live, getting to know your neighbors, right? That's like that sense of community just makes it so much better. Yeah.
Right. So it is. So I'm hearing neighbors, pulling in other families, and in our community in Barney Farms, we have many families that are multi-generational
Yes.
living in our neighborhood. So
Yeah.
we have kids living with grandparents in another section in the neighborhood. So we have people coming in from all over that want to be together. So it's not just connecting with the neighborhood,
Yeah.
it's connecting families so that you have this beautiful neighborhood to live in. You really don't have to leave.
Yeah.
So it's a great feeling when you see that,
Yeah.
when you see these families even connecting.
I
Yeah,
agree.
there are a lot of challenges that come with it too, but it's pretty rewarding. I had after one of my events, I want to say it was earlier this year, I think maybe the Easter egg hunt. We get a knock at the door, and these two little kids that live around the corner from me had a plate full of cookies and a big old thing of sourdough bread. And a handwritten, so both the kids had made handwritten cards, and then the mom wrote something. And she said, we were driving home on the golf cart from the Easter egg hunt, and the little boy said something like, hey, Mr. Ryan always does all these cool things and fun things for the community. I wonder if anybody does anything nice for him.
Oh, I love that.
And so they made those and brought them over.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is so cool.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, I took a picture of it.
Yeah. When you think about farming and you kind of look back at what has made you successful, what would you say? Thank you for watching the episode. Our podcast is called The Real Deal, where real estate meets real life. And I love sharing these real life stories, but we are also in the real estate business. And so if you have any real estate needs, maybe you're thinking about buying or selling or wanting to invest in real estate, we would love to help you.
I think it's the consistency, but you've got to be passionate about wanting to be with people.
Yeah.
So
You gotta like people.
You've got to like people.
Yeah.
And in our community, it is great because there are some wonderful, great people that I've gotten to know over the years. They've all become friends.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
you
just
guys have
those
traveled together.
We travel together.
Yes.
And in fact, we've traveled together, and I don't post on the private Barney Farms page because we would love to take everybody with us.
Yeah.
But in my personal site, and then I have people call in, and I feel so bad. But our neighbors are calling, like, "Why didn't we know about the trip?" So it's that connection where you've got to love people, and you've got to be and build that friendship, and know that they really truly know that you care and love them. So I think that's huge.
Yeah.
You can't.
I agree. I think anybody in real estate period, you have to like people.
You do.
Yeah.
And I think that's made us successful too, because we enjoy our neighborhoods, we enjoy our friends, and we love doing what we do. So it makes us continue to want to give back and to continue with having fun events. Yeah. So if we didn't enjoy this, we wouldn't be putting our hearts and souls into how much time we put into our neighborhoods.
What would you say, Ryan?
I think similar, but you have to have a heart for service too.
Yes.
So I think where a lot of realtors or business owners go wrong is they approach people from a perspective, how can I get your business? How can I earn your business? Instead of, how can I serve you?
Yes.
And a good example of that is going to the principal or the PTO president and say, what do you need help with?
Yes.
And show up. Don't just write a check, but show up. And they'll see pretty quickly what your intentions are. And that makes all the difference, because if you want to serve the community and you do these things for the right reasons, you're going to get blessed. It's going to come back to you. And I think for me, it's come from just how I was raised. Like, I was thinking my dad was on the school board. He was the president for like 25 years. Both my brothers have been the school board presidents. My mom was at every dang thing possible in the community. My grandpa, same thing. So it's just been kind of ingrained in me.
Yeah.
And when I discovered what we do really, it was like, oh, this is like right in line with my values and how I want to go about doing business.
I agree.